Yes, fantastic, in which case we shall begin. Hello and welcome to I on the App Store. My name is James Gilmore. This is Peter Willington right above me here.
Hi.
Hi there. And we are here to bring you all the new releases that are going to be coming out on iPhone and iPad in the next 24 hours. It's your heads up, your little window in advance to see what you want to be buying when it turns midnight tonight. So as you can see, 4 games up on the screen right now. We have got Intake, which is a crazy matching tappy colour thing with dubstep in it. It looks well psycho. I played it for 20 seconds and had an embolism and had to stop, but we'll see how we get on with that. Botanicula, which is what I'm kind of most excited about because I love it. PC game bringing over from the guys who did Machinarium. Really cute point-and-click adventure, very quirky, very clever. Like it a lot. Gear Jack Black Hole, which is a sort of sequel to a game that came out a little while back. Ooh. Endless runner, scrolly, jumpy thing. We'll have a look at that. And also, the game that has made 1,000 GIFs, or one specifically that went viral, Building Constructor. This is the medieval version of it. So you get to build bridges and have all stuff flipped all over the place and have it all go wrong, which is what we like to do, isn't it? So, I'm going to fire up with the first game, which we're going to go with Gear Jack, Black Hole, and Peter, why don't you tell the people what you're going to be doing while I'm playing all this stuff?
Right then. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be looking at the fantastic room full of chat. The chat room, it's often called on the internet. And that's got you in it, basically. That is your little space to say, no, not you. You, the lovely App Spy viewers.
Oh, them.
The people lovely. I'm speaking down the camera to. You know, this is your space to have your voice heard and to say hello to us and join in the conversation. And yeah, so I'm going to be looking at that. And if you've got messages, if you've got questions, if you've got like points that you want to raise and bring them up with myself and James, then just pop them in there. And I'll move them over. And what else am I doing? I'm also enjoying a delicious glass of water while you play a game that I previewed on App Spy today.
You did indeed. This is my first time with it, so I'm going to touch to play like the screen says. Now, I did play the original version. Oh my god, it's already started. Oh, no messing around here. Right, okay, so fine. I've got a little button on the left that lets me roll. I've got... Oh, I just jumped up and immediately died.
Yep.
What? Okay,
it's hard.
I'm not going to even bother like doing those restarts because it costs you money. This is a free-to-play game. We should probably point out at the very beginning. Let us repeat. I assume it's not going to lock me out after a while, is it?
No, it shouldn't do anything like that.
All right, then we're fine. So, first thing I need to try and do, we've got what looks like a roll button and a jump button as well. Whoa! Okay, that was a good idea. So we're jumping over things. Woo! And presumably rolling under here. Oh, but then that caved in, which meant I couldn't go under. Okay. So every time I die, it's going to do that little, do you want to carry on?
Yeah, it does have that, and that's a little bit of a, but we'll come to that, because I think genuinely this game is fantastic. I mean, first of all, visually, look at this thing.
Instead of down.
Look at this thing. It looks absolutely beautiful. I think it is gorgeous.
Yeah?
Yeah, I really do. I really love the art style of it. I think it looks like a cross...
Oh, God. And now it's gone into an advert. Go away.
Oh, it's got the adverts. It looks like a cross between Badlands and something a little bit more upbeat, maybe like a temple run. It's got the humour of a temple run, I would say.
Okay. Well, it is doing that 2D silhouetted art style thing that has become quite popular of late. Whoa, fell down. Now, I'm going to try and aim for these cogs as much as possible. I did try and use the little runny... the rolly bit where you sneak under. I'm going to have to use it here. Woo! Now I'm rolling. That's that bit. There's also a little snail icon up here. What does that do?
So that makes you slowly walk. There are very few. Also look properly boss. That's the other thing.
He's got a right strut on him, hasn't he? When he does that. That's quite cool. But I've just leapt into a whole new place somehow.
Yes.
There was a black hole.
You warp into new areas and you see whole new landscapes and new visual styles, and there'll also be new sort of objects to avoid. But it's generally the same sort of gameplay throughout the whole thing, I would say.
Right. Okay. Well, I say it looks smart in so much as, whoa, that wasn't clever. Too many jumps there. Smart in so much as it's all very clean and everything. I'm not exactly overwhelmed with it myself. Like, it's quite flat, and I mean, Badland has like depth and layers and stuff,
definitely. You know? I've been in the mood for an auto runner for a while, like a really good one with a lot of style to it.
Okay.
I personally didn't really get much from Badland, but I really like the actual art style itself, and I think that this is a really good, a more action, more immediate kind of a game. Now, let's come to those free-to-play elements.
Okay, go for it.
Those free-to-play elements are a little bit...
Oh, really?
they're not too aggressive at all. Like there doesn't seem to be any energy system. There wasn't one that I came across, and I was playing it for half an hour, 45 minutes before I recorded the preview. The sort of, hey, would you like to keep playing?
Yeah, this is a bit whack in my opinion.
Yeah, it's a little bit like I want a skip button.
Yeah,
like just a skip button I think would work really well. There is also the occasional ad as well, which interstitial ads have just become a thing now, and I guess we've got to put up with them.
Well, I mean, again, it's free to play, so you have to expect some advertising or some kind of hokey freemium stuff. I'd rather it wasn't there, as I'm sure many of you wouldn't. But like, if it was paid, I'd be very, very angry. But it's freemium, so you've got to expect this sort of thing, really. Oh, a key! I want the key. I got the key. Does that mean I win? I win at life.
So the keys are for something very specific. Oh yes, that's it. There are chests that you can unlock.
All right, okay. I'm in a snowy bit. Woo!
You will eventually. The game kind of starts off quite simple, and then it adds a few more extra elements. It will give you chests to unlock. It will give you other bits and pieces to kind of do. Yeah, I think it's a good game personally. I think it's very, very enjoyable, and there's a sort of he's lovable. The robot's lovable. I think he's brilliant. He's got like a little adventurer's hat on, and then he's a samurai the next time. Then he's a space adventurer.
I did a little slidey bit. I did a little rope slide, and now I'm onto a new bit as well.
Yeah, like
rolled instead of jumped. Oops.
It definitely feels like a 2D temple run. It feels like even just having that monster at the start who's like, I'm coming after you because you've probably stolen something. Like that feels a little bit,
Yeah, that's true, And it's a Crescent Moon Games. I quite like the producers. They come up with, or they publish quite a lot of games that are sort of fun range of stuff, really. It's sort of 2D art style stuff, mainly. They like a lot of that. Yeah, this is alright. Oh, God, go away. More interstitial ads. That's a bit of a pain. It's okay. I find it very difficult to get really excited about any auto-runner at this point, because just there have been so many. And once you've kind of hit the mother load with things like, really, the Rayman Jungle Run and Rayman Fiesta Run games, kind of, I haven't seen anything that's better than that, really. Everything feels inferior to those now that those have been done. And it's fine. It's not especially fast-paced. It's responsive and everything, from what I can tell. But it's not doing anything especially new. I mean, the fact that you can do that little duck and roll thing, I guess that's a slightly different element.
No, I agree with you. I think the most kind of new, the most unique thing about this is its art style, which I do genuinely think is absolutely fantastic. But without it, I don't think we'd be thinking and talking about it quite as much as we are. Like, it definitely does work on that. One of the things I've noticed with your gameplay, there's a double jump, don't you?
No, I don't know that. At no point has it said that.
So this is another thing. I thought I'd bring this up because it doesn't really explain itself too much.
No, there's been nothing to tell me I can double jump so far.
And I quite like that, but I think that's going to put some people off because I did spend a lot of the time that I was actually playing it early, kind of figuring out everything and how it all sort of worked together. Have you got to a point where you have to be slow yet?
I don't know, maybe, but I probably just powered straight through it.
Yeah, you would have known because it sort of goes danger, and you've got to like hold the button so that you sort of sneak along the original 2D Prince of Persia style.
Right, I see.
Those, yeah. So I think it's really good. I think it looks really, really cool. But yeah, it is very much a typical sort of auto runner with a lot of style.
My first impressions are, just caved in at me at the last minute. It's all right. I'm a bit sick of the silhouette style thing now. This was original about the silhouette style anyway. This was original, like, even before Limbo happened, people were doing this, and then Limbo came out and everyone went mad for the 2D art style, and there's been billions since, and to be honest, it feels like another one of those.
Now, the other thing I really like, have you got any access to the sort of sound? You have
yeah, I can hear the sound.
Yeah. I think personally that soundtrack is excellent.
It's fun and blippy and bloopy, I suppose, isn't it? It's got that
sort of upbeat sort of joke.
Oh, slow down. I've got to slow down now. I've done it. He's
slow
doing
down.
his little strut walk.
He looks so boss.
And then he just got munched by a creature. What? That's what? I quit.
Well,
this is outrage.
This is the way the cookie crumbles, or you
All
die.
right, fine. Well, in that case, Gearjack Black Hole, that's the first one for this week, out at midnight tonight for free. So you can download that when it comes to midnight, whatever, knock yourself out. Okay, so next one is, let's do the Bridge Constructor one. Bridge Constructor Medieval,
yes.
which again,
Okay.
you know about this because you have also played it, haven't you, Peter?
Indeed, I have.
Don't allow notifications.
So this is the one that was a meme, right?
Basically, yeah. I think the first game, they've got Bridge Constructor, which is doing it in the modern world. This is Medieval. This is the one that's coming out midnight tonight. And so it's same deal, only you're doing it in ye olde times. So I imagine lots of wood and stuff rather than metal and all that kind of crap.
Yeah, you spell bridge with 2 E's at the end.
A bridgey.
A bridgey.
Yes, and it's probably ye olde as well.
Yeah.
All right, then, choose a chapter. Chapter 1 will probably be a good place to start. Court Steward, sire. Tell the marshal to prepare the troops or destroy these Urks to battle. What the hell are Urks? We can't. Our food supplies are depleted. The fortress is half destroyed. So let me guess. Do you have to build a bridge? Is that the thing I've got to do? Possibly, maybe. Will that help?
A lot. Now there is a story. A lot of it revolves around building bridges.
I'm not going to lie. Not surprised about this. All right, and build a bridge to deliver grain to the castle. Don't spend more than 3,500 somethings. I'm going to say doubloons. I don't know. I don't know what the currency is in this, but let's have a look and see how it works. Now, I've played a couple of bridge building games before. One involving a dog and a train for some reason, but it was quite good actually. To delete sections of the bridge, double tap them, remove all the pieces. So this is like a tutorial section. So first thing, I'm just going to double tap. There we go. I'm tapping on all these little hot spots where the bridge is. I have been applauded for this. And now we've got to build an easy bridge to start off with. Drag a road element rather, along the line with your finger. So what road element? Oh, I see. Oh, yes, great. So I put my finger on that first blue hotspot and I'm just wiggling it around. I'm going to join it up to this next one and let go. Boom. First bridge is constructed. Do the same thing with the next one, presumably. I have to do it block by block, though. You can only do one kind of grid square at a time by the look of it. Longer bridges need supporting structures. Let's grab some wood. Thick wooden beams are more expensive than normal wood, but offer more stability. Alrighty then. So I can now draw a beam of wood to support that second bridge. It looks stable apparently, and then I press the play button to give it a test and see if the wagon survives. This is the bit, incidentally, where the meme comes from, where you press play and then people come trolling along, and in the meme that you see, it's like a bridge and it starts flexing and buckling, and then it just flips a truck like 360 and everything starts exploding. It's quite good.
It's pretty amazing.
That hasn't happened here because it was a successful bridge build.
Because you've done amazingly well. But when you do fail, you will see what happens. It is rather amazing. Now, obviously, if you are just joining us now in the chat, then hello. This is the Apps by I on the App Store, where we go through the coolest looking, the most amazing looking games that are on the iTunes, or things that we just think look cool, or things that we've actually just had access to.
Yeah, pretty much.
And if you are watching, then say hello in the Apps by chat room, for heaven's sake. That's obviously just on the page. Say hello, join in the chat, and speak to the some of the amazing regulars that are with us. And also currency. Let us know what you think the currency of this is, because the
currency.
Yeah,
I see what you mean. Yeah,
farthings.
Farthing.
It could be what else could it be? It could be penny toffees. It could be anything. Let us know what you think that is. And I'm also being asked, because obviously I did a preview for this on our video, which you can find on appsby.com. I did a preview video of it this morning. And I talked about how in the description for the Appsby video, I managed to set fire to a science project where I had to make a bridge out of spaghetti, bits. And it managed to set itself on fire.
Good work.
I've been asked how, and I literally don't think I should tell you. It was something to do with using a glue that wasn't recommended because it was all going very badly, and I was trying to make it as strong as possible. No.
Right, I'm probably using all the wrong bits for this, but I'm doing so in a kind of like joyously optimistic way where this is totes going to work.
Yeah.
Let me press play and see what happens.
No, I do, hold. Oh, those horses. Okay.
They'll be fine. Oh wait, maybe not so much fine because oops. Well, you know, if you're gonna make a bridge, you have to smash up some horses. That's a phrase, right? Oh, that didn't quite go according to plan. Okay.
Who was? Yeah.
I may have been using the wrong bits there. Let's go back.
You have been. Yeah.
Oh wait, no, pause, stop. Don't, go back to building. All right, I hit that building thing in the bottom right-hand corner. Good. All right then. So let's delete all this because that was clearly rubbish.
Yeah, that wasn't amazing.
Rubbish. Because I started from the middle, and it gave me different kinds of blocks that were not bridge blocks. Apparently, there we go. Now I've created the bridge blocks at the top, rather. See, automatically, if I pull from these yellow dots down the bottom, it's giving me supporting beams. See, look, that's a supporting beam right there. Whereas I was kind of starting from the middle. It didn't give me the actual road bit of it.
What you want to do is, obviously, there's a red arrow on the right-hand side of the thing. You can tap that to bring out the new different types of like items that you've got.
Yeah, yeah.
And you want to be using, obviously, road bits on the top of it and then supporting beams underneath. So that's kind of one of the limitations, unfortunately, is that each of those things kind of has quite a strict use, and also there are only certain points on the play area that you can actually match those things up to. So the yellow dots that are at the bottom of the screen, they're the only ones that will actually support bricks, for example, when you get those later stone.
Made it! That was slightly hedging my bets there at the end. The last bit of track didn't quite hold out the way I was hoping for, but it survived, and that's the important thing. Excellent. Unfortunately, I spent too much, but whatever. On to the next level! Alright, so it's pretty... I mean, it's very similar in a way to all the other bridge builders that I've encountered. These generally work quite well on touchscreens because of the way you can just, reach in with your finger and draw, essentially, bits of bridge on the screen. That works quite nicely. Now, I'm supposed to build a pillar of stone. Hey, that's not bad. Cool, done. Alright. Now, build to the exact height shown from the yellow thingy, and one there, and one there as... Oh, that one's too long. Oops. And that one there as well. Brilliant. Now I need to select roadwood, and build the road with pieces of matching length. So I'm going to make sure every bit of road is exactly the width of one of these cubit thingies. Where the road isn't supported, they're going to hold up with ropes. Oh, we're doing one of those above structures, like the Golden Gate Bridge or something. So here we go, draw in some ropes. There, and there. And then test it out. And obviously it's going to work, because the tutorial has said so.
Yeah, of course it will.
I want to know what's in these barrels. I would like to think explosives. Ye olde explosives?
I think it's ale and...
what, mead? Mead, surely. Yeah, that's what they have, isn't it?
Have you ever had mead?
I've had ale, obviously, yeah, but I don't know. I don't think they really do mead. Unless you go to one of those reenactment society things.
I don't think mead exists anymore. I think it's extinct.
I don't think drinks go extinct.
Yeah, you do, because you drink them and then they become...
You dig them up and then they have to recreate old drinks in Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
That's what happens using frog DNA. Right, now, with my acquired knowledge, I must build another bridge alone. Alright, this is where it gets fun. Okay, so... I can get tips. We don't need tips. Tips are for losers. Right, close. I'm not even looking at that. Tips, whatever. So, let's do some stuff. Do I have any stone? I do have a bit of stone. Alright, let me build a stone thing. Stone up to there. Stone up to there. Actually, I need this to be high. I don't know if it's going to be stone. Because if it's stone, they have to hang. And if not, I have to use the other bits on it. Let's go for stone.
I'm going to give you a super pro tip while you're building this. And I'm going to give a super pro tip to the people in the chat room at the moment. Ropes are rubbish.
Oh, really?
They do work in certain situations. And maybe this is just my poor... ability at building things, but I never actually managed to kind of realise how I should be using them really effectively.
Well, it's not letting me do it all with stone for starters, because apparently it's too expensive. So I've been sabotaged at the very first turn.
This is all just... It's a bureaucracy simulator.
It bloody is, you know.
It's red tape, and they're not supporting our villagers, you know.
Okay, so that's a bit manky, but whatever. Right, let's see if I can also support that a little bit with some wooden bits. Trestle wooden bits? Yeah, I can. Oh, yeah, beautiful. Right, bam. I'll mark that in there. And maybe one down here as well, just for good measure. I'm going over budget, but whatever. I'm a builder, therefore I must go over budget. That's what I'm here for. That looks shonky, but looks all right. Let's have a go. Go, horseman. So you can see where there's stress on the bridge. It starts to turn funny colours. The way that's turning an alarming red right now. Oh dear!
Yeah.
Oops. Okay, well, that didn't go quite according to plan, but I got some of them over.
I really like the idea that the horses explode. I think this is really cool.
Right, yeah, alright. So, that didn't quite work out. So, let's try something else. Maybe I need an extra bit of support down on the left-hand side. So, can I erect one of these stony bits? And then maybe put just a little bit of rope there? Will that sort it out? Let's go play. Let's try that. Maybe that'll fix it. Can't complain about that, can you? Horses? Still going a funny colour.
Horses can complain about anything. That's why they've always got long faces.
Oh, yes, yes! Oh no, now the end bit's looking stressed as well. Oh god. Oh no, I think we're alright. There we go. Yeah, result. So it's not the prettiest bridge I've ever seen in my life, but it works.
And that's
what
important,
matters.
isn't it? Yeah. What do they say? They say about flying, like any landing's a victory or something like that.
Is that what they say? I think what they say when they're flying is they don't crash. Please, please don't crash. That's what most people say. I think. Right, brilliant. Next one. Build a bridge, deliver wood to the castle, don't spend more than that. So all this coming in under budget stuff I get. Ooh, this looks cool. Right, I'm going to press these buttons on the left just to see what they do. Oh, that's a save. Not interested in that. And everything on the right-hand side is to do with the actual structure itself. So, what have we got? 2 points on the left, 2 points on the right. Okay. Oh, I don't know. This is interesting. I don't know if I should try and make straight bridges and then keep everything underneath a big lattice work of support, or whether I should be doing, like, crazy shaped bridges. Oh, actually, that's answered my question, because it seems you can only create level bridges. Is that correct? Because I'm drawing the bridge shape, and then as soon as I go down, it turns into a support structure.
Yeah,
so I'm guessing that's the only way you can do it.
I mean, that is generally how bridges work.
Well, I'm sure there are some bendy bridges, are there?
There's curvy bridges, as in the ones that go left and right, that move in a sort of x-axis, but they don't move.
No.
Do they?
I don't know. All right, fine, whatever. Bluff old traditionalist. Fine. We'll build these boring bridges, shall we? Okay,
now,
so there's also... Oh, I can move around the screen a bit. That's nice. Little quasi 2.5D perspective. Very lovely. All right, so I was going to grab this bit. Can I do that? I have to just go up. Oh, it's only on the yellow. Only on the yellow you can build those. All right, fine. Let's see if I can get those two. Now, I'm going way over budget here. But, again, builder. What are you going to do?
What are you gonna do about
so
it?
that's supporting that.
So, one of the questions that is in the chat room at the moment is, where on earth is this location in England? Because that is absolutely a very good observation. Yeah. Where are the massive ravines in beautiful England, Scotland, Wales, or Ireland? Like, because that's essentially where they're sort of cribbing the style from, right?
Yeah, I guess so. Right, having built these two big stone ones, it's not going to cut it because it's too expensive. So I have to try and find a way of just using wood.
Humpback bridges. Yeah, no, you're right. That is a good point. There are some bridges that aren't flat. But they're humps. They're humps.
Yeah, sure, why not?
Like, that's basically flat. They're sort of like lumps in pastry. You wouldn't call pastry curved. You call it lumpy. So it's like a lumpy bridge.
You might call it lumpy.
A humpback bridge is a lumpy bridge. It's a lumpy road, basically.
I'm not so sure about this. This looks doomed to me. But in that kind of fun way. So maybe that's all right. Maybe not.
Yeah, maybe the villagers will be cool with that.
Yeah, well, you know, if you're gonna die a death, you might as well die an interesting death off a bridge. Right? No way this is gonna work. Okay, brilliant. Let's press play. I'm sure this will be fine.
This will be fine. Horses.
Just fine.
They better be unicorns.
Oh god. Well, it's symmetrical, pretty much.
Yeah.
Almost. Oh no, the end bit. I messed up completely. Look at that. I just completely. Oh, and it's all falling apart. Run, faster, horse, faster!
Run!
He doesn't want it enough.
Glue.
So, how many do you have to get over in order for it to be counted as a victory?
All of them.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
Fine. All right. Well, this was clearly rubbish. So, you have to keep the bridge straight. In which case, let's find another way. I want to support it from underneath, but them stone things, using the stone supports, are way too expensive.
Yeah, they are. That's the thing. That's the key, I think, to the game. You need to use the stone where you most need all of that support.
Yeah. Well, but if I built the stone up, right,
Yeah.
which I did before, above the bridge, it becomes just, you know, far too expensive. So if I put it up just to there and there, but look at that, look, it uses up so much of the money, then it leaves me very, very little to build all the supporty stuff. Because look, as soon as I do that, then it costs a bloody fortune. And that's rubbish. Alright, so I'm going to put that bit there, that bit there, that bit there, that bit there. And look, I'm already nearly out. There's not even going to be enough for the other side, is there? Really? That's symmetrical. Look, well, that'll have to do. Come on, they can't be upset about that, can they?
No.
Let's see what happens.
Well, they can't be. It really doesn't matter, does it? If they're upset, if they're dead.
That's a good point. I hadn't considered that. Oh, go on. Come on, quickly. Whoo. Okay, I think it's just. Come on. Victory. Yes. Definitely gonna make it. There we go. That's how I should do it. All right, it's still way over budget. I don't see how you can come in under budget using that gear.
You have to be really, really experimental with the things that you end up doing. For example,
upside down bridges.
Yeah, upside down bridges.
Vertical bridges.
Yeah, vertical bridges. Teleporters. Sometimes you can add them. There's a special code that I found. Right at the end of all of this stuff, I'll give you the special code for the teleporter secret cheat. It's really easy.
Well, we're not doing that. I think we'll have to. In fact, that's that bit. What's this bit? Strengthen the bridge. Rescue 5 units. Okay. Yeah, I think that probably covers all of this, really. Start the simulation to see how the boulders make the bridge collapse. Oh, cool. I will actually do that. Here's just before we go onto the next game, let's do a little boulder test. Oh, cool. Look at that. Boulders flying from the sky. That shows us how it's going to collapse. So I now need to build something that will prevent the boulders from smashing it to bits. So let me whack... No, let's replace that with stony bits. That seems all like a good way. Shore it up with the stone. Let's have a bash at that. We'll see if it survives stone. Boom, boom. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, well, there you're right. You're okay, aren't you? You're done okay.
Easy life. No problems. All right, so there's got stone simulations, you've got bridge building stuff, and yeah, very much like the other bridge building sims. Seems to work fine, plays okay if you're into these sorts of games, and certainly if you're a fan of the original Bridge Constructor, then Bridge Constructor Medieval. It's the same thing with horses, isn't it? Really? Let's be honest here. So if you're a big fan of that, then maybe you can grab hold of this. Again, this is out at midnight tonight. Bridge Constructor Medieval. Not entirely sure how much it costs. I'm sure Peter will be able to dig up the price.
Yeah, I can find out the price for you in just a moment.
Maybe a pound or two, couple of bucks, something like that. But yeah, there you go. It's worth a try, which has brought us to the halfway point exactly. We're doing well, half an hour. So, next up, we're going to do intake. We're going to leave Botanicula to the end because visually speaking, it's, I think, the most impressive of all of them and kind of lovely. Intake. Let's get the visuals for that up there. Now, I had a very brief look at this earlier, and like I say, it was a bit like having what I imagine having an epileptic fit to dubstep would be like.
Okay, that doesn't sound like a thing that I would particularly like. Bridge Constructor Medieval, by the way, is $2.59 if you live in New Zealand. So that's
$2.59 in New Zealand, so that's $1.99 in the US and £1.49 in the UK because maths.
Because mathematics.
Yes. All right. So here you go. This is intake. You play it in portrait mode, and what it is a kind of color matching tapathon thing. Which has got lots of music, i.e. specifically dubstep in the background, and you have to just like hit stuff. Like watch, this is really match the colours. It says so. You know how you know Ikaruga, because you know bullet hell shooters, right? You tap at the bottom of the screen to change the colour of the thing that you want to tap. So there you go. That's how quick the levels go. That's me completed a level, and I'm tapping on all these pills. So it's green at the bottom. Tap green. Tap it. If I tap the bottom of the screen, it changes the colour.
Right.
So I have to only tap like-coloured things.
Okay.
Like-coloured pills, right? So the green at the bottom of the screen is red right now, so I need to only hit red. I'll tap it, turn it blue, and then tap blue ones, and I have to keep switching backwards and forwards, because if you tap when the wrong colour is highlighted, you lose points and it's game over. So it's a very fast-paced Twitch sort of game with loads of really raucous music in the background. I did play it for a couple of seconds. Actually, this is kind of fun, because I mentioned Ikaruga, if you know about bullet hell shooters, anybody, because you have polarity shifts in Ikaruga, where you have to keep changing. Oh my god, there's loads of them! No! Good grief! Oh my word!
Okay.
Lethal overdose, game over, I'm up.
Oh my... this is much. This is a bit much.
This is a bit much. Whoa! Now there's a bonus mode. I'm just tapping crazily on the screen as all these druggy pill things.
You keep tapping and I'll explain polarity. So polarity is essentially, in Ikaruga you have black and, I want to say white, and you can, essentially when you're shooting black bullets, you damage white craft much faster. And this polarity idea is that it's kind of been taken out into different games, like from Ikaruga and really from a game called Silhouette Mirage. And it's been expanded upon in lots of different games where, you know, you have to shift these things so that you can stay alive or get more points and all this sort of thing. This looks like it's too fast. Like for me, like I like shmups, but I like sort of mid-speed shmups like Death Smiles, something along those lines. This just looks like a drug-induced, like super hardcore rave.
It's a bit ravey.
And like I love the fact that there's the winners don't do drugs bit right at the start of the whole thing.
Even though the entire game is built around pills falling from the top of the screen.
Absolutely,
I think they're trying to frame it as like you're supposed to not have an overdose. You're trying to stop them hitting the ground. So that's, I think, their anti-drugs message built in there. But
yeah.
So
oh no, it's really powerful. Yeah.
I'm kind of you can tell, can't you? I'm kind of using this as a one finger. So one finger's sitting at the bottom of the screen, changing the polarity like that, and the other one is dealing with tapping the screens. I don't know if this is the right way to play it, but it seems to be sort of half working for me.
You are physically rocking that device right now.
I know, right? Whoa, 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 whoa! I looked up for a split second to check the stream, and that's it. Game over.
Yeah.
Good grief. All right. Oh, now I've got a bonus level. Apparently, this is the one I have to tap all of the.
I'm
all
exhausted
the drugs.
just watching.
Right, there we go. I've gotten some special drugs there. I earned some achievements in the last one. Let me have a look at what they are. I don't know whether that's a good thing. Addict. Play 1,000 games. Oh, okay. Big Pharma. So there's lots of drug-themed achievements I can get. Fine. There is the drugstore. Let's have a look at that. Unlock the 2 chances to... You can get more lives if you presumably purchase them. Can you do that? Or do you have to just play them? Oh yeah, 500 mgs. So I'm earning these mgs, these pill powers. You can see it in the top right-hand corner there. So I need to keep playing in order to earn more stuff. And I will continue to do that right now. Level 1 again.
Go on, go back to level 1. Yeah, so someone in the comments is saying that anti-drug message is a homage to early arcade games, like NBA Jam and so forth. You get it at the start of NBA Jam, it would say, oh, winners don't do drugs. And
really?
There's really big, impressive midway games that you would go into the arcades and play. And like, I'm of the opinion, actually, that like apps now are much more like the arcades of old. Like, we had this period where there weren't these like small-ish, fast-paced experiences, and now we're back into this space where like we're having these crazy experiences like you're having at the moment, with these like loads of colours, loads of light, loud, lots of sound, like as garish as you can possibly be, and that does like remind me of the arcade. So I reckon that's kind of a fun little tip. I'm
missing horribly. I'm doing like terribly now for some reason.
Now, this is the complete antithesis to Bridge Constructor Medieval, which is very much one of those like sit back and I'm gonna think about this and play on my iPad and do whatever. I mean, I can hear you tapping away on the later levels, like going,
yes,
like
this is true.
Do you not find these super stressful?
Yeah, but that's kind of fun as well. I like it when some fast-paced games, like, it is well documented that I adore Super Hexagon with every atom of my being. So I'm all up for the kind of high-speed, super stressful, like, constantly increasing the tempo and increasing the rage. You just have to get into the flow of it. Like, now I'm a little bit more into the flow. Like, there were 2 runs there where I just couldn't score anything because I kept mixing up which colour I was on. I couldn't reconcile the 2 different colour types, and I was screwing it up. Now I'm doing a bit better.
Do you find at these speeds, like, your brain is fighting your hands? Like, it's like I found with stuff like this and like Dual Survivor, which was a couple of months ago now.
I remember that.
Like, it's about training your brain and your hands to work in tandem on a thing that you can't figure out normally. It's just so quick that your reactions don't usually work towards it. You're getting like really high.
That was ridiculous. Well, there was one colour which was not even a colour, just blank, and then turned into 3 colours, and they threw a billion at me, and it went horribly wrong.
Yeah, that doesn't sound good.
However, once you get into a flow, which is what you're trying to build up, these games work when everything becomes automatic, when you rely on muscle memory. So at the moment you're like learning how to switch between the 2 and you're getting into a rhythm. After you've played it for like an hour or so, this stuff kind of becomes second nature, and that's when you start being really good and pulling off that kind of automatically bam, 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 not even thinking about it. Because that's when these games work at a very fast speed, you need to really be working automatically. You don't want to have to think, now I'm changing to blue or whatever.
Yeah.
And that's when they start to shine.
So I'm actually really interested to hear from the chat room. If you're joining us now, then say hello in the chat and answer this. Do you prefer like sort of faster games like Intake, the aggressive, or do you prefer sort of when you're on your iPad, do you prefer like more chill out kind of games? I generally, personally for me, I prefer more chill out kind of games. I do like shmups, but like I'm one of those people who like if I'm sitting there with a tablet or a phone or whatever it is and I'm on my couch doing whatever, like I want something a bit more chilled. But I'd be like fascinated to hear what the chat room's got to say. Like James, like what about you? Like are you more into this kind of like frenetic kind of
Well, it depends on the game and depends if you're any good at it, which currently I'm not really. This is insane. But it's kind of fun. I'm like frantically scrabbling at it with both fingers. But I'm kind of enjoying myself. This is entertaining. I suppose they're going for this whole overdose vibe, aren't they? They're going for just like everything in excess. I suppose it suits the nature of the game if you're calling it Intake or whatever. But let me have a look. One new thing at the drugstore that I can buy. Oh look, new. Right, unlock. I've got 3,000. I can get an embiggener, to quote Ralph Wiggum from The Simpsons. Take a trip down the rabbit hole and supersize the pills for large capsules. Let's just do that. I'm going to do that. Unlock.
Spend some of your MG.
I bought something from the cap store. Doesn't that feel better? You know what? Yeah, it feels great. Let's try it out.
This is a really stylish game. I really like this.
It's fun. It's nicely presented. I can see it being a very good, like, Twitch, you know, evil Twitch game. Are these drugs bigger? Is this a little bit bigger? I can't tell. It looks roughly the same to me. I don't know. Is it? Have they gotten a little bit bigger? I don't know.
it's just the pills playing tricks on your mind.
I've we exploded too many.
We got to go to the back room, to the chill out room, just for a bit, and have some water and just relax for a bit. I think.
Oh, there you go. Oh, there. Ah, now we're talking. Okay, I picked up the thing, the embiggener, and everything went massive. I thought it was all about the same size. So every so often now, that little mushroom will fly down and allow me to make everything massive. Oops, I accidentally used the yellow when I should have used blue. Idiots! There we go, very good. I've unlocked all 4 challenge modes. That's satisfying. Now everything's growing a funny colour, and I'm going to die! Oh, God.
Question from you, from the chat. Do you use your index fingers or thumbs to play like games like this?
Usually I'd use my thumbs, probably, but because every time I do the stream, like, I have to have the iPad on the table, really. I can't, because there's a cable coming out the back of it, right? Look, check it out, the stream. Here we go. So, like, that's what you've got, this big cable trailing out the back, right? Which makes it really awkward to hold, because your hand kind of clips into the side of it. And also the mic's in the way and everything. So I tend to be doing a lot of this, which is often why, like, you know, not playing it necessarily in the ideal way, but it works better for the sake of the stream. But it's all, oops, hang on, starting again. But I think if you're on your iPhone or something, you'd probably be using your thumbs, I would imagine.
Yeah, absolutely. Definitely.
But you know what? I'm kind of having fun. It requires all of your attention, really. I shouldn't be talking while even doing it, but I am kind of enjoying it. It's nothing too serious. It's definitely a Twitch game, and one of those things you can pick up and play for 5 minutes and then put down again. But it's well presented, certainly. Like all the production, the screen shaking stuff, the visuals are nicely done. The music I can half hear. It's very loud and obnoxious.
Another quick question. Neo in the chat asks if we will ever expand our reviews and videos and bits and pieces to include Android as well. Well, probably the best place to go for that sort of stuff at the moment is pocketgamer.co.uk and click on the Android tab. Guys, this is run by, obviously it's run by us, but it's based on what you guys are all up for. So obviously just drop us a line and come to the website and chill out with us and chat. And if it's a thing that's kind of, you know, something that you're interested in, or indeed just like different types of games, if you want us to cover certain games, then like let us know and that sort of thing. But yeah, Pocket Gamer is probably the place that you want to go. Or where else could you go? An Android Rundown. Search for that on Google.
As well. Also, we have to work within the limits of what we can stream. So obviously you can at the moment stream the iPad stuff because of the HDMI connection. You can do Android. It's a bit more of a pain because I've only got an S2 access to, so it's quite difficult to stream that stuff live. And we don't want to do that over-the-shoulder camera crap because it looks rubbish and no one really wants to see that. Okay, so I think we're going to leave it there. I've just come up to about 100,000 high score. I quite enjoyed that. That is quite good fun. It's definitely a twitchy, you know, in-your-face kind of game.
This looks amazing.
Be aggressive.
Yeah.
It's out right now. I mean, it's done by the people who did Splice, I should mention. Splice, which is an awesome game. Well worth checking out. So Cypher Prime Studios, kind of thumbs up to them. This looks like it could be fun. It will be out at midnight tonight, as all the rest of them. Again, some monies. I'll leave it to you to check on that, Peter. We will put the prices up on this in future. We're having a bit of a visual overhaul before long, so keep your eye out for that. Well, in that case, the last quarter of the game.
I need to chill out.
I know. Well, this is the perfect game for it. Let's fire up Botanicula. Now, I'm going to change the graphics over. If anyone has any familiarity with Machinarium, which came out on the iPad in about 2011, 2012, came out on PCs in 2009, was created by a Czech developer called Amanita Design, and was just ridiculously charming. It's a point-and-click adventure, the original one, Botanicula. Machinarium, in which was a little robot was the star, and you're going around these kind of bizarre, slightly steampunky, worn-down worlds. And it was incredibly beautiful, really, really charming, and elegantly presented, fun little puzzles. This is the follow-on to that. So they've gone from a kind of living robots to what you can see here, which is this really glorious, slightly abstract-looking natural world. So it's leaves and it's plants, and what you have to do, as you'll see in a moment or two, is take control of not one character, but 5. You're controlling like a little group of creatures, like some leaves and some twigs and stuff like that, and you have to leg it around this plant, kind of opening up pathways and making sure you can get to the next bit. But you have to work together. It's kind of like about a teamwork sort of thing. And it's quite lovely. So I haven't started playing this again. I played it on PC when it first came out, but that was like a while ago. So I have promptly forgotten all of it. So this is the opening screen. First thing I'm going to do is just like touch some stuff. Hey, there you go.
Okay.
This is another thing that's nice. It's not going to give you instructions per se. Machinarium didn't have any text in it. It told the story completely visually. So it was up to you just to feel around the screen and see what happens. So I'm tapping on all these buds. And as I tap on them, they all open up. And oh look! Something's emerging from the bottom of the screen there. This black thing is creeping up. And oh, it's turning all the buds that I made nice. It's turning them black. And absorbing them.
Oh.
The bugger.
Yeah. I don't like it anymore. No, I don't like it. Let's go back to the drug game.
Really? Don't worry. Oh, now it's being chased around the screen.
Okay.
Couldn't get the last one. Now it's run off. Man. Make some cool noises. And here we go. Introduced ourselves to the protagonist. That very last circle, the last circle that fluffy evil monster thing wanted to get, has just landed on the head of one of our protagonists. And now you can see from the visual stuff, he's being chased by this very black orb. Now we see a tree sprouting out of the ground. See, look, isn't it lovely? Isn't it gorgeous? This is the kind of game I get really excited about, because it's just, like you said, that first game looked quite good, the Black Hole Endless Runner game. To me, I mean, it looked fine, but it looks like derivative and another one of those silhouette games, and I was like, yeah, it's alright. This is unique. This is kind of, has a very, very clearly separate and distinct art style, and I can really get behind that. It's clever work. And also, it's very, even though it's in keeping with the look of Machinarium, as in it's quite surreal and abstract and looks almost hand-drawn, this is very different. It has a very clear, separate identity from that one. So, here you go. I'm now playing this gigantic thing with a feather just turned up. What am I doing? I'm going to tap stuff, so I've just tapped the feathery thing. He can't fly up. And it's suggesting now that I need to add extra feathers to get him to move up, and then I'll be able to slide underneath him. So, here's an arrow flashing at the top of the screen. I'm going to tap that. Okay, now I'm up to this next screen now. So, I can tap around and see what I can do. So, let's have a look at this creature here. Oh, he started moving. You can see him in the top. Tapping him again. And he's munched a leaf. And now he's got quite fat and fallen off. Awesome.
Now, this is very different to Machinarium, in so much as Machinarium was so mechanical and hard-edged and so on, and this is very organic. Yeah, it's very light and you know, sinewy, that sort of thing. I'm really thinking that this is a very impressive-looking game right now.
Bees! Oh my god! I just tapped it 3 times, and progressively massiver bees came out.
Well,
oh, a feather! Now a feather's come out. Amazing. One of my crew is a little guy who is himself like a feather, and he's just chased it down, and now it's disappeared down a little hole.
Weren't you ever told not to, like, if a bee came out of something or something that was potentially going to hurt you, weren't you ever taught, like, don't mess with that thing anymore?
No, because my mother had a scant regard for my well-being.
For bees.
As well,
she loved bees too much. That's fair enough.
It's disappeared down that little hole, that little nook in the wood, and having tapped on it, it's presented me with a choice of my 4 characters. Who am I going to use to try and get that thing out? So it's either going to be the toadstool or the sticky thing. Let's try the sticky thing. Right, he's going for it. He's stuck his little sticky hand down, and he's had no luck. Bugger. All right, let's try again. Let's try the toadstool. See what he does. Whoa! Something weird has just popped up out the bottom. Now, something's flashing now in the top left-hand corner. I'm just going to tap on it and see what it is. Oh, it's a creature. It's like a creature card. I think it's telling me what that beastie is, or what that beastie does. Yeah, it'll be like a bastry that'll, I assume, get bigger and bigger over time with more creatures. Alright, so neither of those 2 things worked. Let's try this big bugger. Oh, he's squeezed in. And now he's been returned by that massive bee. So, clearly not him. Let's try again. Send in the flying one. He's going in. Hey! Oh, hang on. He's brought out what looks like a ladybug type thing. And now it's like flying around with him attached to it, making him dizzy. See, look, that's cool. That's like charming. That's got loads of character. I like that.
It's I love the sort of blurred fog and the atmospheric effects like in the background. Whoa. It just all looks really really beautiful, like really serene, I suppose.
Yeah, I've just acquired a conch shell. And then the big one's blown on it, and now the feather has appeared. So we have a result. I think we have just collected a feather. That's 1 down, and we've got a few more to go. So I'm going to scamper over to the right. Just check out the end of this branch. See if I can find... Oh, there's the feather. Quick, quick, quick. Hey, I got it. The feather has appeared in the top right-hand corner, so I've now got 2 feathers. I need to find the remaining one. Excellent. We're doing quite well. So as you can see, point and click, tappy adventure, very much based around exploration and trying things out, trial and error.
Absolutely. So obviously, if you are just joining us, then hello. This is App Spy's Eye on the App Store, and say hello in the chat if you're new here. And yeah, just like if you've got any questions or anything like that, then do file them over, and I will present them to James. One of the comments actually we've got is Waving People. Hello, Waving People says that they can see a bit of machinarium in the influence in the animation, and that they love that.
Yeah, very much so.
I love that as well. I love it when you can tell, you can feel like the handiwork of a creative studio in another game.
Yeah, very much so. And well, you can just tell. There are some... I used to find that way with Psygnosis, who became Studio Liverpool. You'd look at one of those games and go, I immediately, just from the visuals, I know who that developer is. I know where that came from, and that's lovely. So I've got another problem here. I'm come up against these 2 things. One's got a massive sticky head, jutty out bit. That's going to be hard to get over, and he's also got a little dog mate, a little squat thing, which I tried to use the flying creature, and he tried to get past, and he failed. Now I'm going to use the stick. The stick has snuck underneath them. Oh, this is the way forward. Grab the feather. He snuck back. And results!
Nice.
Got it. Okay, that's it. Solved. So I've got the 3 feathers. Now what I can do, I was going to try and just check up this branch, because I'm basically a bit nosy. I want to see what's up here. More mushrooms. I've got a little... Ooh, look. I just tapped on that red leaf, and it opened up, and now there's a little flying buzzy thing flying around the place. Oh, still flying, flying. I'm trying to tap on him, but nope, he's just sitting down. Maybe that'll come in handy later. I seem to remember this is the way. You have to go around and kind of activate little things around the environment, like open little pods, creatures which appear, which may come in useful later on. So it's all about that's what's nice about these games, all these kinds of games. It's about exploration. It's about tapping and seeing what you can find and seeing what does what. Yeah. And it's kind of really satisfying and fun.
Quaint and click.
Quaint and click.
That's the phrase being bandied about in the chat room at the moment. I think that's absolutely perfect. Quaint and click. Another comment. This game looks more art than game.
Well, I mean,
do you think that's fair?
You could argue that. The thing is, we're only in the very early stages of it. So I mean, Machinarium had a fairly sturdy lifespan, and it got really, really hard. Machinarium.
Too hard for me.
This is just stuff that's essentially serving as a tutorial, but they're not saying that. It's just letting you play the game. So at the moment, it's very kind of simple tappy exploration. Having played through a bit further, it does get much more complicated. I don't think it ever gets as brain taxing as Machinarium does, but it definitely gets a bit more confusing. So it is. There is substance to this style. It's not just pretty.
So do we know how much this is going to cost? Because in the Mac App Store, it's $10. So, and obviously, you know, it is from the world of PC.
Well,
and you know, computers and so forth.
I don't believe it'll be that expensive. I mean, I did have the page open a while back, but just you can actually have a look. It is the App Store pages are available.
Is it on there
somewhere? No, not on the App Store, but you can see the preview page sometimes.
Oh, okay.
But let me click on this little creature. See, look, this is very similar to what Machinarium did. It's speaking, but you see a picture. It's explaining stuff.
Clever.
It says that black thing is coming around and like sucking the life out of leaves. And obviously, we have to go and try and do something about that, like that leaf that's at the bottom here, just tapping. So, I'm going to go to the right and see what's around. Oh, I found what looks like a trumpet or something. Interesting. I'm tapping it. I can't do anything. That's fine. Let's tap these little red things. Whew. Let's keep going. Oh, wow, look. So I've discovered a key, first of all. Let me grab that. My little dude's got to try. He's trying to grab it. Oh, he's grabbed it, and now that buzzy bee thing's got it, and we've hopped on its back. And now we're flying into the big circular beehive. See, this is awesome. Look at the imagination here. This is great. How can you not like this?
It does look very imaginative, doesn't it? It looks like... To me, though, I think one of the worries I would have is that I'm a bit stupid. So with adventure games, I find it very difficult to put logic together. If I was in an environment where it was all organic, and it may as well just be an alien world, right? Does that make the puzzles that much harder? Does that make getting around and moving forward that much harder? Because there needs to be some sort of level of abstract knowledge before I can actually move forward. Like, it's not about pressing a button, it's about pushing a dimple on a twig, or whatever it is.
Well, this is interesting here. So here we have, like, an actual challenge, right? So, having used the twig thing, because I know he has an extendy property, because we learnt that earlier on, I'm tapping these red parts, and it's causing him to branch out, a bit like the bridge builder we were playing earlier. And now I need to find the right combination of taps, which will allow me to get this thing to extend to loop through the keyhole. At least I assume that's what's going to happen. So it's about choosing the right order. See, because I've hit a max there, and it. So I have to try and remember which one to press next. See, those ones are far to the left, so that's no good. I'm doing the ones that appear closest, but that's not necessarily giving me the right answer. I get the feeling that maybe the ones that are furthest away might, like, bizarrely get you to the point that you need to get. It's not. Not sure. Keep tapping. Nope, not having any luck here. Let's try that one, and then maybe this one. Ah, you see, so close. Right, let me try another character first. Oh no, I can't. I think he is the only character who can do it. All right then. There must be a perfect. Let's try the left one. Nope, that's not it. So it's like trying to remember. Let's try that one, and then that one, and then the one on the far left. Yay! That's the one.
Sorted.
Nailed it. All right, now he has grabbed that key. He's using one of his extra buddies as a little little life raft. And he's now floating off to the other side. There we go. Very, very good. Okay, and the bee has flown away and left me with one of the 5 keys we need to unlock this pod that I'm just going to scamper over and stand on the top of right now. Okay, so that's what we're working with. I'm going to carry on to the right. There's a little bit of delay on the video as it's coming through there, so don't worry if I'm talking about stuff you haven't quite seen yet. Right, some massive creature just appeared on the right-hand side of the screen there. That's alarming.
Oh, good.
It's scaring me off. That's what's happened. I looked up and I thought it was in a different screen. I can't go to the right because this massive spiky bugger chases me off. Okay. I think I'll go back the other way. That's probably the wise thing to do. Let's go up the tree. Because we need more keys, damn it. Right, that little flying bugger, the guy with the feather on his head, he's got some friends, apparently. I'm just tapping that one on the left, and he's jumping up and down. And there's a 3-pronged one as well. Woo. So these are all his buddies. Oh, look, there's a whole, swarm of them here. Oh, cool. Alright, so I'm tapping on the eggs that are in the tree. And that's birthing more of them, so they're popping up out of the eggs. That's kind of cool. And their new ones are being laid as I tap. So let's try and see if we can get them all to burst simultaneously. So as I do that, they're immediately replaced. I'm not sure. Maybe I've got to try and get as many flying as possible. I don't know. Oops, I ran off the screen there. I didn't mean to do that. I might scamper up to see if there's any other aspect to this puzzle, because I'm not entirely sure.
Yeah, that was one of the things that I had a criticism of kind of Machinarium for. It was, you know, you'd be put into a puzzle, and then once in a while it would be a puzzle that you couldn't complete unless you found a very specific item.
Well, that's kind of the nature of point-and-click adventures, and something which people either love or hate, I think.
I tend to dislike it. Like, the really well-constructed adventure games don't often give you a chance to do that, or will like tell you that you're you know, potentially not doing well. Does Botanicula have anything like that? Is there anything that's kind of like flashing up and saying, you shouldn't really be here? Or...
Well, not really, but I don't like that. I don't like it when the game just tells you how to play it. I quite like it when you are left to explore a little bit. I mean, granted, if you spend hours fumbling in the dark, that's not much fun. But I like it very much when games are happy to let you try stuff out and see where you've gone wrong. Now, see, I've just done. I went up to the top of the screen, having worked out that I can tap eggs to make things hatch. I then use that information to go up to the top of the screen and make one of these weird ghost flies hatch. And he came flying down back to where we went, and he gave birth to 3 more eggs, which I'm now tapping because we know it opens them. And now there are 3. 3 have popped up, and they're all flying around. So now I've got to go and presumably find one with a key. Amazing, brilliant. So I've got an extra key there. That means I probably need to find the other 2, I'm guessing. So I'm going to go... Oh, no, they're still flying around in the background. Woo. Oh, that's cool. That's adorable. Awesome. All right, then. So that's 1 key taken care of. So we're now up to 2. I'm going to... Just to make sure... I tapped on a little green dot, and a weevil popped out and then, like, sucked himself back in again. That's cute. That's just nice.
Cute.
Rewards for exploration.
The whole thing is very cute, actually. Like the fact that they're all like in a little gang and they're all moving together.
Yeah. Oh, there's a stick insect here as well. Let me tap on him. Oh, he's got mad eyes, and he moves very, very, very slowly. All of the creatures you can pretty much interact with. Creature card, ghost bug. There you go. I've got a creature card for those beasties I was unleashing before. This is really nice. All right, let me go down and see what lies beneath.
I had a stick insect once. I had 2, and one of them died, and the other one got really, really lonely. So I got a magazine, like one of these sort of like trash magazines, like whatever.
I thought you were going to say you got like Stick Insect Monthly and held
sort
glued it to the side of the cage.
So what I did is I flicked through this thing and I found a picture of the Hoff.
Whoa! Oh yeah.
And I cut it out and I put it in the cage or whatever it was, the little plastic. What do you call it? It's not a cage. It's a little plastic thing with the stick insect. And it never felt really lonely ever again. It seemed like it went back to its normal stick insect self.
You reckon?
Yeah, it did. It loved the Hoff. It loved it.
Oh, look out. I've just woken up this massive snail. I tapped it and it didn't do anything. But now I tapped one of the branches above and this little pellet fell down. And he seems to be very excited by that. So he's sneaking along the way and he's going to munch it in his massive snail mouth. And now he's chilled out. He's gone back to sleep again. Okay, that's interesting. So we've just been taught that snails can be dragged around if you... hang on. I need to find a way now to get him to move again, presumably. Right, I'm going to scamper up over the snail and... Oh, bloody hell. There's a whole microcosm of stuff going on in here. And a big gold key at the top of it. Right. Okay, what needs to be done? I'm going to tap on the key. My flying bloke attempted it, but there is air puffing out of that little hole at the top. So that's not going to work. Let me tap on some of the other areas. Perhaps, we need to find a way to plug these holes up. That's what it's telling me. Now, I'm going to tap on other areas of the screen, see what we can find. Ah, look. I can affect the movement a bit of these flying things, of these spinning, I don't know what they are, bacteria maybe? Organisms of some kind. Maybe I'm going to try and direct them towards these holes.
Is it pollen?
I don't know. I'm not sure. Let me tap. I'm going to tap on the key and try and... No, I can't seem to get them right. Let's try and smush them together. Maybe that'll work. I don't know. It's worth a try. Ah, there's a red one here. Let's do something with that red one. Maybe that can be used. Oh, look! Amazing. There we go. I threw that red one in, and it flew out of one of these holes. Like that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's awesome. Now, how can I use that to my advantage?
So you can make it do one thing, but you... okay, right.
So
there
was a hole, and I flipped the little red thing out of that hole, and it knocked the key above another one. So now I'm going to flip the same red thing underneath the hole where the key now sits. Whoops, moved to the wrong one. And go up, go up, go up. Go. Boom. Now the key is hanging on the edge, and can I flip it to this very last one, or is it... don't go in there. It's getting bounced around by the other organisms. Go out here. It keeps being sucked into the wrong direction. Now let's go under, and let's go up. That way, that way, that way. Ooh, it twitches, but maybe my little flying guy can get it. Go on, go, man, go. Ooh, not quite. Dizam. Right, okay. So in that case, which one can get it? I'm gonna try that again. Maybe it needs to be knocked a couple of times. Bit more persuasion. Go. Nope, not that time. Try again, try again. Come on.
This is tough.
Third time's a charm? No, it's not the charm. Third time is rubbish.
Puzzle.
Okay, let's try another one of these organisms. Maybe these little ones will go out. I don't think they're quite as obedient. Go. Oh, it gets kind of stuck. It refuses to go out. It just gets stuck instead. Let's go this way. He's kind of stuck.
So
let's try this one out.
The reason that the little flying guy can't get to that is because of the gas, right?
He's getting puffed away with gas.
So how would we fit those? How would we get those stuck together? Can you cover it with your finger?
No. I need to find some way of either blocking it or something bigger to get sucked out. But I don't think that one's too big. These ones are too small to be of any use, and they won't go out. Only the red object seems to make a difference. Oh, I know. Let's go. There's one hole at the very bottom I haven't tried yet. Okay. Hey! There it is. Outstanding. It knocked it off, and I have now collected the gold key. There you go.
Nice.
Screen solved.
I feel like we've done well there. I feel like we've covered so many games today, but we've only covered 4.
I know, right? Well, that's probably it for today. Then that's our hour-long show. Oh, and just in time to meet up once again with our black nemesis, who has come creeping over, a little fuzzy ball of black fluff.
Ooh.
And has tipped our heroes out into another screen.
That's me.
Now we're on to a new bit. Oh, nightmare. Oh, I'm totally carrying on playing this. I'm sorry, this is really good.
Right.
I'm enjoying this. So, that is Botanicula, which is going to be out on the App Store, again, midnight tonight, just like all the games that we have shown you today. You'll be able to see a version of this video up on our YouTube channel, the App Spy YouTube channel. Go and check that out and follow us and stuff. If you missed any of the games earlier, you want to see what they look like. Plus, on that same channel, you'll find reviews and previews and hands-on. We've got like shorter hands-on versions that Peter put up today. Loads of stuff, as well as just the Twitch thing. So follow all of the channels and check out the reviews on both sites when they go live. Thanks ever so much for watching, and do join us again. We'll be live again pretty much same time every day at 5 in the evening if you're in the UK, and other times around the world. Thanks for watching, guys. Take it easy, one and all. Bye-bye.
Bye.